Hello everyone, please welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my Mercedes. This is G500 and it's a G-Wagon. The problem I'm going to share with you today is regards to the steering wheel. When I press the button, the steering wheel goes up. When I press the button, it goes down. But when I press the button, telescoping is going down, going up, tilting, going up and down. It does not go. As soon as I press the button, I hear the motor running. It does not go up and down. Up and down, it means the steering wheel does not tilt. It does not go up and down this way, but it goes this way, up and down. I'm going to do the close-up and I'm going to show you what exactly I'm seeing it and how we're going to fix it. And this fix will work for all the Mercedes. And matter of fact, most of other cars having an issue would be a similar problem. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Press the button. It's going down, as you can see it. It's going down all the way and it's going to get rested. Now, it has been fully rested and now I will show you it going up. So when we press the button, it's coming up. How to remove the instrument cluster panel. I have a posted video on my channel, so please check it out. The whole reason I removed the cluster panel so that you can follow it easily without damaging your Mercedes. Once we remove the instrument cluster panel, this is the fuse cover. In case if you're looking for the fuse box, this is the right here. We don't need to remove it, but I try to remove it so I can make a video for you guys so you can see it, everything clear. After removing it, I found out you cannot see anything. This was the whole reason I removed the cluster panel. You need to remove this molding. You need to pry it out from here. Put your finger up on top and one finger at the bottom. Just like this. Then you just wiggle it slowly. Don't force it, otherwise you will break this piece. So once this one is open, then the second one, you can open it easily. If you have an instrument cluster panel up there, then you won't see these two tabs here. But once this one is removed, then you can see it right here. Then you can press it and this will come out. And same thing on this side. End ones are a little harder to move it. Once we remove, this one comes out. Why we remove it? Because this one takes two screws. One screw here, one screw on this side. We need to remove these screws and those are really important. Before getting into this part, you need to remove the whole bottom portion, which sits right at the bottom. You need to remove these three screws. Once I remove that panel, then there are three screws you need to remove from this right here. Then once I show it to you that the small bracket, the filler, which we remove it, and then we remove those two screws. Once these two screws are removed, then this drops down like this. And this is where you plug in your key. You really don't need to mess around with it. Now the whole area is exposed. Now I'm going to show you that where that part is broken, which causing an issue that it's not tilting. So now I'm going to show you in a close-up. You can see it when I'm going to do like this. Hear that motor spinning. So I'll show you why this steering wheel is not tilting. Press it, the motor spins. You see, motor is running. So what happens is that the plastic piece is, the coupling is broken. See that? It's a spinning, it's a broken. That allows the steering wheel to tilt. And I'm going to show you one more time. See that? It's moving. I'll show you how we can fix it. So this is the area what I mentioned to you that you need to remove the whole thing from down here. Then you remove these three screws. Once you three screws are remove, then you remove these latches, you pry it out, and then you remove that bracket, the molding bracket, then those two screws get exposed. Once you open it, the whole piece comes down. This is the key where you insert and start your ignition key, so you don't remove it. This is the steering wheel which goes up and down. That is the mechanism for going up and down, and that is the piece right behind that. All the way, you see that. The one I showed to you that is spinning, that one is broken. So we need to remove that, and only way to access that is removing the whole part. So as you see that the motor is spinning, and once we stop it, that the area is broken off. It seems easy task, but it's not easy. To remove it is very easy because these are broken. We can just use a plier and we can pull it out. To install it, that will be a little tricky. We need to remove a couple of these screws. Which one has connectors? I removed the two T20 torque screw from here, and then it gets exposed. So that one is broken. I'll show you one more time. See, it's spinning. So I use a needle nose plier and I pull it out. Now the second piece on top, which also you're going to put the needle nose plier right here. It's really hard to reach. If I can pull with the hand, if you notice that with the finger, I just try to slide it down and it just dropped down. So from the top side, it come out really easily. And this is broken. Now we need to get the newer piece. This is how the top and bottom looks. That's how the motor spins. It spins like that. One of the bolt I removed from here, this is the bar. I removed the bolt right here and it comes down, the steering comes down because of this. And now there are 4 bolts, one right here and the second one is right here. As you can see, these are 2 bolts. 2 bolts I removed from here, one here and 2 from other side. So after removing the bolts, as you can see, this one now moves back and forth. This is what does the steering column goes up and down, and this is one moves. So now if you see, there is so much room. I can push with the finger, and now we can get the motor coupling, and that will be the easier way to install it. So as you can see, you don't need to remove these. As for the steering, see, it's going up and down just like that. So now we're going to put the new piece right here, and that will fix our problem. I showed you that how they were spinning because they were broken. Once the coupling is removed, this is the 2 pieces we have. And I have ordered the new part, and I did receive it. This is a genuine Mercedes part, and I'll list the part number under description in case if you have issue with your Mercedes, your steering is not tilting. So this is the new part. This is the old broken one, and this is the new one. Now I'm going to go back and install this one, and this one is a little tricky and it's really hard to make a movie down there. Once I'm going to install it, I'll share tips how you will able to install it in easy way. It's very easy, but I would say it's not easy, just a tricky. If I show you the easy way, the tip, how you can make it work, then you're going to say, wow, this is really easy, but it's really hard. If you look at these in the coupling, there are small tiny grooves. The cylinder which is spinning, these grooves goes inside and fit. You don't want to force it, then you can damage this because this is the plastic, it's a hard plastic. So now I'm able to install on one end and this The most important part is putting at the bottom one. Then the top one will be much easier, what I think. I'm going to show you right now how it's spinning, and only part is left now to put it on the top one. And as again, I wish I could have shown you, I have a camera right here, but there is not enough room to work with. It's really hard to show, but let me show you. See, if you look at right now, let me show you. See, it's how spinning. If I press up, it's spinning. I press down, it's spinning other way around. And now only portion needs to be done. If you look at on the top, that's the one it need to go in. Now I'm going to align that and I'm going to put it in. In order to get to that, I wanted to share with you. You need to remove bolts from here. One bolt from this bar, when you remove it, then this is the one is the tricky part. You need to turn this one this way. Why I said you turn it this way? Like a vertical and one on other side. Because then the steering wheel, if you look, the steering wheel comes down. The steering wheel come down, and also it helps. We can insert our hand and we can put this one in. And now I'm going to put it on the top side. And one more time, let me try it and show you. It's also spinning. Look at this. Look at this. It's all working. And as soon as I'm going to plug in the top one, it's going to be all right. So what we need to do, we need to move this way. And once we're going to move it, then we're going to insert it inside. As you can see at the bottom, like I mentioned to you, that it's very hard to make a movie. It's right there. Now we need to insert from the bottom end. This is success job. Now it's all the way inserted. As you can see, there is a little bend. That's only due to because that's a flexible rubber. Once I'm going to put these bolts back and we're going to tighten it, two on this side, two on that side, then it will be leveled. And now I'm going to tighten it, and that I will show you. This is a little tricky. Once I'll show it to you, you're going to say, wow, it's easy. It's not easy to change it. And now I'm going to put these bolts back on the steering wheel. So it's going to be aligned. And definitely I'm going to share some tips with you how you can make your job easy. Some places are really hard to use any drill or tools because not enough room. But whenever we can use the drill bit, that helps. Let me show you on this side. On this side is the final, those two bolts. That I'm going to tighten it. That is a perfectly installed, and let me show you close up. So as you've seen, these are the two bolts. I put it right here and two on other side. That's the coupling. I can show you it's spinning at the bottom. Look at this. It's success. In case if that is not broken, this is the motor. That can be the main cause. If the motor dies, then the steering wheel won't go up and down. In my case, the motor is working, hearing something spinning, but steering wheel is not working. This one is working, as you see. Perfect. And if we look at the steering wheel, let me show you the steering wheel. So it was a success job. Only thing now is left to button up. So as you can see, the steering wheel is telescoping, going down and coming up. But it wasn't tilting. This way, down, and this way up. And let me show you now. Look at the steering wheel going up. And now I'm going to go down. It's going down. And now if we press it in, it's going down all the way, and now it will go up. So that was a success job. This procedure will be identical, very similar to all the Mercedes. And if this scenario where your motor is spinning, but your steering wheel is not tilting, then that's the problem. I'll list the part number under my description, so please check it out in case you have a problem and you can fix it yourself. And definitely, if you take this one to dealership, it will cost you a lot of money. But by doing it yourself, within $5-6, you can do it yourself. And it will bring a smile on your face. And if you found this video to be helpful, like always, like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.